This video shows how to attach the encoder to the pylon using both the luggage tie-down straps and the pipe clamps options included in the box for a 2022 CRONOS audio-slalom signal generator device. It is explained that while this mounting option could be useful for training, they tend to signal a narrow course, and therefore it is probably required to come up with some modifications to the mounting for competition in order to more directly center the encoder over top of the pylon.
Update from the CAS developer. Indeed, the pylon mounting needs an update. I had some remarks from others also. A few suggestions. Bullet using the current mounting bracket. Just a small block of wood. Rubber or firm foam will do to set the encoder further back on the pylon. Rubber and foam can bend around the pylon and only need some pressure. Wood should be shaped a bit round, concave inside and convex outside so it stays in the right spot on the pylon and the bracket fits the other side. Bullet, the bent metal bracket to mount the encoder on, could be folded more backwards. This way you have more distance to slide the encoder further back and centered over the pylon. This without having to add the wood or rubber. We shall make new brackets in the future. Bullet, the luggage strap can be pre-tightened and if I'm not mistaken oriented the other way. The lever should be outside. You should be able to slide the strap over the pylon before placing the encoder, just like you can do with the metal straps.
Do the mounting with the quick strap. I think this is probably try to use it on a more daily basis. So we have the plastic arm and the encoder device, like when we unboxed, to make sure your rope, where your rope goes through, is facing up as you do this. And just stick it on there. Just like that. Yeah, there we go. Get that on. Now I'm going to use the protective wrapping for the pylon. Around there, and I'll get my pylon mount up. I'm going to leave enough room that the rope can go under it. It's all ready to go, and then if I can get this strap on there by myself, it's a little, it might be almost a two-person job, but if you're like me and your spouse is your driver, you try to get as much done as you can by yourself. Hey, look like it's a little too far forward now, but you can adjust that later. This may be a three-person. Okay, it's got to be up a little higher so you can get your rope under there. I don't want to have my cable in there yet. Alright. This is one of those things that I think it looks better in the box than maybe it's going to be in operation, but it should work. Yeah, this is just not. Okay, well, that's pretty much how it would mount. The I don't know, I'm going to look for a different way to mount mine for daily use, but if you can, you know, it would work in a pinch if I was somewhere that I didn't have all my adapters. And again, I don't think I'd want to use it in this way in tournament mode, but it'd be all right for training. And show you how to hook the rest of it up once we get a good pylon mount. Okay, in this video we will be using the pipe clamps to mount the CAS. I think we'll get a more permanent fit. We started out, we've already wrapped the pylon with the protecting silicone that came with it. Then I'm going to slide the pipe clamps over. Try not to scratch anything in the start. This is my boat, so if I do, it's my fault. If you do on other people's, you be even more careful. All right, can you bring in the encoder with the mounting bracket? And we get that where it needs to be. Holding that there, good. You got it. Have to bring the pipe clamp up to the high point, top one. You got it where it needs to be. Let's see, I don't like to scratch that all the way down. And I did find out this little wrench thing, or kind of that was in there, it fits on these clamps. So then you can just use that and tighten it up. See, righty tighty. Yes. Oh, yeah, you're doing it right. Does it look like it's getting tighter? Okay, that's fairly snug. Now bring the other pipe clamp up. There's 4 of them in there. I think 2 will be enough. Probably just extra ones. So it's on there good and solid. That's a lot more solid than the clamp. You'll see this is too far back, so now I'm going to get the other wrench. Well, this is where you would use the opening box end wrench to loosen these up. On both sides. I can slide it back. Looks like that's as far back as it's going to go, so let me tighten it up here. In general, that's your mount, how you'd mount it with using the pipe clamps and the mounting bracket that comes with it. So before we actually use it, I've got some adapters that I'm gonna actually put on and make it easier for me. This time we're gonna try to homologate it with the latest CAS equipment, and this is what came out in 2022. You see the bracket on the pylon. It's as far back as I can get it, as close to center as I can get it, and I think we're gonna have a little bit of issue because I can't get it over top of the pylon there. But Wendy's already got it all set up in training mode. All she has to do is hit it the OK, and 1825. We get all of our pipes set up like their measuring sticks, so it needs to be within the tape. Free game. 1 ball. 2 ball. 3 ball. 4 ball. 5 ball. 6 ball. Exit game. And it looked like it was probably just a little skinny on each one of those